Hello there, guys. So today's empowerment message is to go out in nature, to enjoy nature, because I pulled the nature card. And this one says, sometimes all you need is to go outside, breathe the fresh air, to remember who you are and where you want to be. So take some time today to go outside, to look outside, to, gaze outside your window, to enjoy the outside view, depending on whether or not it's safe for you or wherever you live. And also, be in nature if you can. Connect back to the earth. And even if it's just for a few minutes, just for like even a minute, and you want to like stand out there and, just sort of reflect and take a little bit of solitude to yourself, like I also talked about yesterday. But feeling the soil, the ground beneath your feet can bring you back to the current moment. If you've been feeling your brain is all jumbled up, sometimes I get all jumbled up, and sometimes I just need to go outside and like throughout my day in little spurts and periods, and to really connect back to like just the idea of creation and like nature around us and the creation of life, because I feel like that sometimes makes us feel like really small, and understand the magnitude of like the earth that we're on and stuff like that, and really bring us back to reality. And I also wrote, connecting to earth and the life around you can even bring inspiration to create. It can give you creative ideas, like the life that you're creating yourself. You can reflect onto the things that you're creating, the person you're growing into, and also to be grateful for the process as you reflect on the changing seasons. And like in the northern hemisphere, we're getting a bit colder now. We're going into the winter, and in the southern hemisphere, people are going. It's getting warmer. And there's going to be more creation, more life, more things sprouting. Whereas in the northern hemisphere, we're in the opposite, where things are dying, things are going through that that death and rebirth, and we're going through that death cycle right now, where things the leaves are falling off, the trees are sort of hibernating, animals are hibernating, and things are sort of again going into solitude. And I feel like that is very big in the winter, especially like because being cold and being able to be inside, if you can, like that is really great for also protecting yourself from the elements, and just taking the time to yourself, because the days are getting longer, the days are getting darker earlier. So reflecting on the changing of seasons and how it affects you like mentally, how it affects your routine and just your life, and also understanding that nature also goes through those processes of death and rebirth, like with, like I said, the leaves falling off the trees, things dying, and things taking laying dormant for the season. That's what I want to say. Like grass stops growing, and just for like the season, and the ponds can freeze and stuff like that. Like everything changes, and they go through periods of hibernating, like how we take time for solitude, take time for ourselves. So remember today how connected we are to nature and the cycle of life, and to reflect on what part you're at in that cycle. So whether it depends on the season that you're in, what is going on with your life? Like, what season are you in? Do you feel like you are going from one cycle? Are you just starting a new cycle? Are you just like learning and being excited, I can't say that, being excited to grow and to learn new things, like if you're starting a new cycle? Because sometimes we can really feel how we can feel ourselves going through those cycles. Like right now, I feel like I'm at the end of a cycle, like tying up loose ends, finishing things, finishing projects, and preparing for the next one. Almost like an in between, but I can feel myself in the old one and like in the new one. So it's almost like a limbo kind of thing. But yeah, like figure out, reflect today, spend some time outside, even if it's a couple minutes, to look at the trees, reflect on the creation of life around you, and the fact that you are also creating life for yourself, and listen to the animals, everyone else around you, everyone else going through their days, and reflect on this season of your life. Whatever you are going through, take some time to reflect on that. I feel like I get a lot of cards about reflection, and just a lot of messages about that, but also sometimes healing can be just living, and just being outside, not always like thinking about how you can grow and what you can do next, but to also remember what you've gone through, and to reflect on your process and the things you've made it through, the things you've overcome to get you to this point. I feel like there's a place for each thing. Like I said yesterday, there's a place for being in solitude and there's a place for being in community. And I feel like every part of life, I feel like a lot of what we're supposed to learn in life is, you know, figuring out that balance in every aspect. Like I said, reflecting on your future and also, you know, being present and reflecting on the past. So there's a delicate balance in between both. I feel like today, you know, you can do all three when you're in nature. You can reflect on the cycles that you've gone through. You can reflect, like feel grateful for where you are now and, you know, being grounded, being centered, like with the earth around you. And you can also look forward to the future, like a coming season. Like, even though we're just getting colder now, I'm excited for it to get warmer. But like, I'm also trying to live in now. And then also, you know, now is fun for like sweaters and being inside and being cozy and lighting candles and things like that. And also like reflecting on the summer, reflecting on the year that we've gone through. You know, we're in October now. How do you feel like the year went for you? And what are things that you can do to finish off the year strong? And also, what do you want to do for next year? Because this year is a 9 year. If you add up 2025, it is a 9, and the 9 is usually the end of a cycle. And, you know, what do you feel like in your life you are ending? What are you finishing? What, are you like sort of putting the finishing touches on in your life, whatever you are doing? Like it could be a part of your personality, something that you've overcome, that you're just like, you feel like you're at the end of and you've come so far and you're just like, wow, like I've done it. Like, what are you reflecting on right now? And also, what is the next part for you? What is the next chapter for you? Like in the next season, like I've been talking about with nature, what is the next season for your life? And where do you want that to head? Where do you want that to go? And what do you want it to look like? So today is, yeah, I feel like sitting with nature. I might go outside too, because I was like, before I was writing this, my head felt all jumbled. So this also helped, you know, reflecting in this way. And, you know, whatever it is for you, I hope you are able to make the best of your day, whether you go outside or not, whether you just look outside, you know, enjoy the weather. Like, all of the leaves are like basically on the ground. Like we do have some green trees, so like still, but so far there's a lot of missing leaves. But yeah, I hope this was helpful for you to reflect on your season, the season of your life, and whatever you are going through. I hope you're taking care of yourself. So that is that for today. I will be back tomorrow with another message, and the day after that, and the day after that. So I hope you stick around. Bye for now.